Hello, sixth grade. I miss you guys. It is so quiet here and it's not the same. But I do hope you guys are enjoying spending time with your families and hopefully get to be with them a lot. Today, we want to work on what the president does every day. So, to begin, let's ask the question, what does he do? Go ahead and pause the video and write a list. So, pause it now. I'm assuming you paused it and you wrote your list. So let's go over what the president does. He is the commander-in-chief, the executor of laws, the head diplomat, appointment maker, bill approver, and executive branch boss. Now, what do all of those mean? Let's talk about it. First of all, how do we know the president does these things? Just to give you a hint, and you can shout out, what is this? It's the Constitution of the United States. So if we look at the Constitution a little closer, specifically in Articles 2, Sections 1 through 3, it tells us exactly what the president does. So the real deal here on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, I'll narrow it down. So the first underlined section, Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, means he heads up the U.S. military. He is the Commander-in-Chief. He gets advice from members of the different parts of the executive department, and we'll show that in the next slide, what that means. His next is he can pardon someone who's done a crime, meaning he can say that they will not be disciplined and they are free to go, should he choose to do so. So his cabinet, these are all the departments under the executive branch. There's a lot of them. Department of State, Department of Agriculture, Transportation, Energy, Commerce, Treasury, Defense, Labor, Education, Veterans Affairs, Health and Human Services, Justice, Department of the Interior, Housing and Urban Development, and Department of Homeland Security. So on this last slide, when it says that he gets advice from members of the executive departments, he is the boss of all those executive departments, so he talks to them. This next section, he makes treaties with other countries. Those are agreements between two different countries. He can nominate and appoint some government positions, mainly ambassadors' countries, falling under the treaties, and he can also appoint Supreme Court justices. That's one of the checks and balances to make sure that the Supreme Courts don't have too much power. Also, in Section 3, he always gives a speech called the State of the Union, where he updates Congress and really the whole nation on what's going on. He makes recommendations about what bills or laws should be talked about or passed. And he makes sure that laws are carried out, meaning once they are passed, he makes sure that they are being enforced. And here, at the end of Section 7, he has the ability to approve bills that have been signed or reject them through veto. So that's the checks and balances, making sure the legislation doesn't have too much power. You guys all passed your bills. If it passed on a 2/3 vote, it would go to the president and he would get the final yes or no. If he says yes, it becomes a law. If he says no, it goes back and they have to vote again. So that is the end of what we're going to cover in this video. I have attached some activities for you guys to do to practice what it would be like to be the president. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions. Okay, I miss seeing you guys, and I hope to hear from you, even if you just let me know how you're doing. I'm also doing office hours this week that I'll have posted so that I'll just be online and you can talk to me if you want to through our classroom Google chat. Okay, I'll see you guys later.